Standing alongside head women's basketball coach Stephen Harold. Coach Harold, as we prepare for the upcoming season, Puma's 19-11 last year. You do lose some scoring off of last year's team, but you do have some scoring returning. What is the most uplifting part of this coming season?
Well, I mean, we got a lot of new faces and some kids, I think, that have some ability to step in and play for us. But we return a strong nucleus. I mean, it's nice to have Kalia Parks back again, along with Brittany Morris, two kids that have started from day one since they got here, and then and Abby Titz are returning. So I think 3 starters back is a real positive. But the losses of Lauren Davis, Courtney Kovachikoff, and Laura Furr are going to be hard to replace.
Coach, as we've been on campus for about 2 months now, what can you do, and what have you been impressed with the team?
Well, I mean, right now we're obviously 3 days into practice, team practices, but we've spent most of the preseason trying to get them in shape physically with a lot of our weightlifting and our running, and then of course now we've progressed into our practices. So it's time now to put the system in, get it in place, hopefully. With the help of our male practice players, challenge our girls enough to be ready for the grind that will be the GLVC. It's always a tough challenge in this league.
You just mentioned it there. Having 11 players on the roster, sometimes practice going head-to-head can be difficult. What is the importance of having the male practice players to help your program?
Well, we've as you mentioned there, we have 11 right now practicing. We've got 3 kids that are out injured and unable to compete at this point in time, and to have those male practice players there that bring size, strength, athleticism, and playing ability here, I think really challenges our kids. It forces our kids to be fundamentally sound and to stay within the system, the framework of what they can do. And I think that anytime you go against a guy, I think with our kids, we always challenge them, stay within your playing abilities and what your role is, and try not to do things that you can't do.
Sounds great, Coach. Now as we kind of move forward towards the season, 19-11 last year, as we just mentioned, an eyelash away probably from an NCAA tournament berth. Is that the message going into this year? Do you have that expectation still?
Well, I mean, we want to take the next step. We've been talking about climbing the ladder and trying to get to the conference's elite. And my biggest message to them this year is 19-11's in the rearview mirror. Don't be complacent. We've got to go back to work and try to build on what we've done instead of trying to live off what we've done. And, right now 19-11 doesn't matter. What matters is the next game, and that will be November 12th.
You've always had an impressive non-conference schedule to get you ready for the GLVC season. Do you expect to have the same type of competition in the non-conference schedule this year? Well,
I think so. We try to build a schedule, and we were fortunate last year to build a schedule that gave us the toughest strength of schedule in the region. And, with 19 wins, as you said, we were just an eyelash away from making the national tournament, and I think our schedule did that for us. And I think it prepares us for what lies ahead. The GLVC is tough every night, whether it's a home game or even the rigors of traveling is just a tremendous challenge. And, so I think that non-conference schedule needs to be crafted as such to prepare us, for what does lie ahead.
Coach Harold, we appreciate your time. Coach Stephen Harold, guiding the Pumas up in 16 and 17.